How does it feel to, a couple days later here, have gotten a tie for the LEAC title in regular season?
Honestly, there's some relief in that. I mean, when you have the expectations you had all year with the preseason stuff and the rankings, and obviously that stuff's all good, but it just puts a huge target on your back. And we've had a lot of tough games, we've had a lot of close games, some wild finishes, and all of the above. And when you get so close to that last week, where you kind of know if you win 3 games against teams that on paper you should beat, you want to get, I guess, something substantial out of there, something that's going to last out of it. So being able to cut down a net, and the last 2 times we've done it, we've clinched on the road. So we've cut down a net, but it's been at 1 in the morning when we get off a bus. So to get to do it when there's some people around and family and friends and stuff, that was pretty awesome.
What was it like to watch that sequence on Thursday with Marcus? You've got 10 seconds left. He gets the ball in, gets the ball where he wants it to be, and then loses it, then turns around, gets it back, and hits the 3.
I guess in a short form, you got a little bit of your, and I don't want to say GOAT, because obviously Marcus had a really good game and got us there, but he was on the verge of having 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes and ends up the hero with the ball. Ty made a very heady play to get the ball back to him, and once you get that clean a look, you just know he's going to make it. So it was fortunate, and like I had said then, I mean, we did a lot to create our own luck in that game with the 15 offensive rebounds, kind of dominating the glass a little bit and doing things, and just a fun game.
Then Ty turns around on Saturday and he sets the school record with 3s. And what do you like in Ty's growth this season from where he was early in the season to the confidence he showed Saturday?
I mean, hopefully that is a huge confidence boost. I don't know that we can get him 17 open looks again. I mean, we have a hard time getting him 2 or 3 good looks a game, and that's part of, Roosevelt's style. I mean, they went out and pressed and played zone, and we wanted to be aggressive. We put him on the back end of the press, and obviously Ty gets a ton of credit. I mean, making 12 threes is, a lot of people can't do that in an empty gym unguarded. But a lot of that credit needs to go to, Josh had 2 passes in transition that, finding the hot hand gets some of that credit, and getting him the ball in spots where he can shoot it. Jesse had a great pass. I'm almost as proud of some of that too, is when you have a shooter that's hot, finding them. That's a little bit of an IQ thing, a little bit of a talent, a little bit of a thing there. And no, it was great to see the bench. I mean, Matt was he's 3 for 3 and having a great game, and kind of gets overshadowed when somebody hits 9 of them.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. It's the nice thing about this group is you don't have to rely on Marcus. You have now, these guys that can hit from anywhere and can hit often, and that's huge at this time of year, isn't it?
No, for sure, and especially in our gym. I mean, we're pretty confident that we can make some shots when we're at home. On the road, sometimes that goes, and that's when you really got to rely on your defense and your rebounding and finding ways to get easy baskets. Still, even with that, Marcus is still the gravity, even when he's not scoring. The scouts and the things are there, and even though Ty's shooting, I don't know what his shooting percentage is after going 12 of 17, but his numbers have been down a little bit, but the gravity's been there all year. You look at a game, it's hard to get him open looks. He's running down the court in transition on that left side, which obviously you see can get hot from there, and coaches are screaming, pick him up at 30 feet. So even when Ty's not making shots, he's helping our offense by creating space.
And you kind of touched on it. Matt hit 3 threes on Saturday. Matt has a tendency to hit 1 or 2 every game that you just need in a moment.
Yeah, he's made timely threes all year, and he puts in the work. He's in the gym as much as anybody probably in the country. He's obsessed with it, and it's good to see him rewarded. He plays his butt off on the defensive side of the ball, and he's hit some huge shots for us this year.
You're seeing Davenport for a 3rd time. They got you down there. How do you bounce back from that now and have the kind of game you need to have at home?
I mean, for one, we need to make more shots. I mean, we did not make many shots down there, and we didn't play well. We didn't take care of the ball. In our gym, the things you can control is we have to be solid on the boards. We need to take care of that, and we need to take care of the ball. That is the absolute key to the game. Up here, when we played them in January, we had opened up a lead a couple times, and turnovers are what brought them back both times. And down there, we didn't take care of the ball. We need to make them score against the set defense. Our defense is pretty good when we have a chance to be back and set and taking care of the ball, and is one of the if we're going to turn it over, I've said this before, kick it into the stands, throw it to me, throw it into the rafters, so at least we can get back and set up our defense and make them work.
Where do you feel like Marcus and Josh are right now in terms of their health?
I mean, there's an element of they're old. I don't know that they're moving as good as they did when they're young, but I would probably say Marcus is in a better spot than he was last year at this time, which was the ultimate goal of everything he went through in the summer and trying to manage him early when he probably wasn't as efficient as he could be because we're managing his body and not letting him get the extra work in. We wanted to win the championship, but the number one thing we wanted to do is we wanted to be playing our best basketball in March and have him hopefully in a spot where he can get hot for a couple games in a row. And when you play this time of year, if you want to achieve some big things, there's going to be some back-to-backs, and hopefully his body's up for it.
After Thursday's game, you were really happy with your bench and
Yeah.
what they contributed, and then I think on Saturday it was like, what, 64 points? I mean, like, and that's like, what, double, triple almost what they did on Thursday. Like, talk about how important that bench is going to be in the tournament.
Following up on the previous question, I mean, if you're talking back-to-backs, being able to go deeper into your bench is huge. Being able to wear them down. I was happy that I thought they defended pretty well. I thought Grant Warren took some steps this weekend. I thought he played really well on Thursday. Having a backup 6'10" guy with some length is huge for our defense down the stretch. We've been fortunate that Dawson's done a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble, but you got to be ready for anything in tournament time. And hopefully he had a boost in his confidence. Hopefully Ty had a boost. Matt had a better week after a couple where he was struggling a little bit. Jesse's still been solid. Having 4 guys on the bench that you can trust is a big time weapon on these tournament scenarios. And yeah, obviously you're going to score a lot when I think Ty had 36 and Matt had 15, 16, 17, something like that. So no, that was a huge plus out of the homestand.
And then in less than a week, they'll be crowning a GLIAC tournament champion. I mean, give me your elevator pitch. Like, what about your team gives you the confidence that it could be you on Sunday?
I would say because we can defend anybody, and that gives you a chance. Obviously, we got to get hot and make some shots. But I think our defense is going to keep us in every single game and be there to the end of every game. We're going to have a chance to win every game, and yeah, you got to make the plays down the stretch. But if you can't guard somebody, then you don't put yourself in that situation on given nights. So I think our defense is what we're going to lean on, and that'll give us a chance to hopefully cut down on that Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, whenever it is.
Thanks, Josh.
Are you excited about the fact that even if you're not playing the tournament here, it's at Northern where you guys have had success the last couple of years?
For sure. I'm excited to not be on that bus for 9 hours if it was going to be at Grand Valley. And that's probably anything. And honestly, last year and then, what would it be, 4 years ago when we hosted the Final Four up here, I mean, both times we lost in the semis. So I guess I'm ready for a little bit of a change of scenery. I think it's been 4 straight times when we've hosted the Final Four, the GLIACs up here, we've gotten beaten that semi game. So a little bit of change of scenery is not bad, and I don't mind the 100 miles down the street here. So that's a bus ride we can handle, and it's a lot to play for, and it's going to be some big time games. I don't know that anybody's safe in the first round. Grand Valley and Northern have had tremendous seasons, and Lake State's probably playing the best of anybody right now.